Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. This is Zozo StockWatch, and this is your StockWatch list for Friday, November 17th. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the action after the market closed. We had some earnings. We had AMAT. As you can see, the stock was down and then recovered, and now kind of trading at the midpoint there on AMAT. Earnings per share and revenue beat on AMAT. VBLT had some news after the bell. VBLT. And that stock came down, and VBLT News proposed public offering 2.5 million shares for that stock. So that stock came down in after hours. ROST, earnings per share and revenue beat. And that stock popped nicely. A retail store, Ross Stores, and trading at the highs here around $70 a share. Splunk, earnings per share and revenue beat. SPLK. And that stock trading at $78.23 in the after hours. Hawaiian Airlines announced CEO retirement, HA, and that stock trading sideways in the after hours currently. Let's see what else came out. SPWH had earnings after the bell. Stock went down. Sportsman's Warehouse, so that stock selling off in the after hours tonight. SCVL, Shoe Carnival. I believe this one was up in after hours. Let's check it out. Yep, that stock trading at $24.70 in the after hours. And Cori, KORI, that stock is down in the after hours on KORI. I'm sorry, CORI. Next up, we had Trox with some news. Looks like they're changing their chief executive officer. So Trox, not much action. ECYT, SC13, ECYT. Not much action in the after hours there. Alcoa had some news. Corporate amends revolving credit. Let's see if Alcoa did anything. Nothing much going on. Gap Stores had earnings per share and revenue beat. So GPS, and that stock popped and it's trailing off. But another retailer, earnings per share and revenue beat. So nice for Gap Stores. Maybe this one will be in play tomorrow. Williams Sonoma, earnings per share in line, revenue beat. I think this one was down in the after hours. Yeah, this one sold off in the after hours. Specialty retailer, Williams Sonoma. So that one's selling off in the after hours. So two, Ross and GPS, both trading nicely, but Williams Sonoma down in the after hours. Nike, 11% increase in the quarterly dividend. So Nike, let's see if that one, yep, moving up in the after hours on Nike. So they increased their dividend. And let's see, AKS Steel announces price increase. AKS. Not doing too much in the after hours there. RCII, same store sales, 3.1%. RCII, that stock up a little bit in the after hours on RCII. Scrolling through. There was takeover chatter about Foxa. Now it looks like Comcast and Verizon are interested in parts of FO 21st Century Fox, FOXA. So that stock big pop and holding most of the gains in the after hours as you know there's takeover chatter around that name from Comcast and Verizon at this point. POST. They had earnings after the bell. Stock is moving up a little bit post. And XGTI, they got a contract, 12.5 million on XGTI, and that stock popped in the after hours there on XGTI Technology. So some nice contract news there. Some earnings for tomorrow before Friday's open. ANF, I believe that's Abercrombie and Fitch. Yep, ANF. The Buckle BKE, and it looks like DCIX has earnings Friday before the bell. So DCIX, and then Foot Locker also has earnings after the bell, and S Fun, SFUN. And then I think this is a sporting goods store, HIB. Yeah, Hibbett Sports. So that stock has earnings after the bell tonight. All right, so there's some news after the bell tonight, some earnings, AMAT, and some retail stocks. AMAT holding up, GPS holding up, Ross Stores holding, whoops, ROST holding up. But Williams Sonoma looks like that one is going to be down in the morning. So there's some news for you there. Your earnings conference calls, you can get them at earningscast.com. And you can see here's your earnings calls for tomorrow, for Friday. And then for our calendar for upcoming events for Friday, 8:30 housing starts, 10 o'clock commerce sales, Kansas City Fed at 11, 1 p.m. the Baker Hughes rig count. Let's take a look at the futures. It's about 10 to 7 my time, Eastern time. Dow futures up about 5. The rest of the futures basically flat right now. For your market recap, we had call activity from courtesy of the trade exchange, call activity in Palo Alto Networks, call activity in R, HUN, OPK, ILG, PAAS, Qualcomm, COT, MOMO, MOMO, and FCX call activity. To the put side, unusual put activity, HYG, HAL, and Etsy. For some of your stocks that moved today, top gainers, EGLT, I think it was a phase 3 on EGLT, MRTX, Time, RH, Restoration Hardware, SGH, XNet, big pop in XNet today. A lot of shorts caught in XNet, ABIO, CATO, ACHN, Cone, NTAP after their nice earnings report, MD, and then to the downside we had NTEC, DPLO, BIDA, BSTI, STKS, and Best Buy after their earnings report, and Viacom also down on their earnings report. So that's compliments of the trade exchange, top gainers and losers. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some of the markets and the action today. Dip buyers were rewarded again. Big pop up here on the SPY today. So nice job by the bulls coming in here and showing up and trying to push us up and out. And then same thing on the Qs. All right, nice push up. Qs made an all-time high today on the NASDAQ, record high, and a nice job there. And we'll go ahead and look at some other markets real fast. We'll look at the SMH. Nice continuation move, bounced off the 20 SMA on the SMH. IBB. Still battling down here around that 200 SMA, but the bulls did show up at around that 202 spot. They held it above 300, and now you're getting that confirmation candle on the IBB. XBI, very similar, held the 150 around that 78 area, and nice pop here coming up to the 100 SMA. See if they can get a continuation move in the XBI over 82 on that. Let's see, what else did we want to look at? We'll go ahead and look at the transports because they bounced today too. We were talking about the transports in yesterday's video. You see this sell-off here. Probably got a little bit oversold, and we hit the 150 SMA, and nice recovery today. A lot of the airlines were moving today. American Airlines and UAL, DAL, JetBlue. Let's check out HA was up today. So a lot of the airlines got some buying. I think FedEx bounced, yeah, and UPS also bounced a little bit there. Let's check some railroads. UNP, sorry. UNP bounced off the 20. Let's check CSX. Nice bounce off the bottom there on CSX, and CP, Canadian Pacific, just basically hanging around the 50 SMA. KSU, It looks like that one bounced also. So some of the transports got some buying today. So nice job there. We'll take a look at some of the bigger names like Tesla, still battling. Don't forget Tesla has that semi truck they're going to display tonight. I believe it's 8 o'clock Pacific time. So Tesla will be showing off their electric semi truck. Amazon, let's check that out. Very nice move there in Amazon, pushing up. Walmart on their gains today, pushing up from their earnings, excuse me. And so Walmart trying to keep pace with Amazon here. So nice job and nice gap up on Walmart after their earnings. Intel holding above the 13, Nvidia also holding above the 13, Apple computers also back over the 13 EMA, which is the purple line you see right here, the dotted purple. Amazon we talked about. Let's check out Google real fast. That stock trying to get back over the 10 SMA for Google. So nice recovery. And Facebook back over the 10 SMA also. Netflix. He tried to type Netflix, trying to get back over the 10 SMA for Netflix. Netflix holding above the 50 SMA, so not too much damage there, holding up nicely. Lastly, let me see. We'll look at the XLF. And nice bounce off the 50 SMA here, and we'll just look at some of the banks. Citigroup trying to get back over the 50, JP Morgan holding up okay, back over the 10 SMA. I think Bank America, yeah, that one was pushed down below the 10 SMA today. WFC rising above the 50 SMA, that solid blue line you see there on WFC. Zion. After these pop, a little bit of consolidation today on Zion. So KRE, which is the regional bank ETF, had a nice 3-day pop, pulling back a little bit on KRE. We'll go ahead and look at some of the home builders real fast. Lennar holding up above the 10 SMA, trying to get out and over that 59 spot. KBH holding the 10 SMA, all looking pretty strong. BZH just had earnings. That one is pulling back. BZH, PHM, that stock pushing up, but look at that inverted hammer there. All right, so we got an inverted hammer on PHM. And let's check out Toll Brothers. A little bit of weakness here in Toll Brothers, but still holding above the 5 EMA on Toll Brothers. We'll go ahead and look at the ETF for the home builders, the XHB. But that one actually pushed up. And let's see, we'll look at Home Depot holding up above the 5 EMA here. And Lowe's. Also trying to push up through the 50 SMA. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the watch list for Friday. Remember, tomorrow is Friday, last day of the trading week. And so nice stock here, Abbott Labs, turning back up above the moving averages, possible swing trade in this name, 7 million shares traded today. Nice push up back over those fast moving averages. I'll have that on watch. AMPE breaking out. We spoke about this one in previous videos, and a nice push up through that $1.30. 2.9 million shares. We'll see if there's any kind of continuation. APTI, this one turning right back up over the 10 SMA. Volume a little bit light in this one, so we'll see. Not a favorite. AXTI. 500,000 shares traded. This is a semiconductor name. Looking for that 925 break on AXTI for possible continuation. Nice candle. CCCR, I keep this one on watch. Triple CR to see if it'll get back over, this 350 spot. And run with the rest of the China names. CDTI, big pop here, maybe like a red to green or something in this name. Craig, after this big push up, we pulled back. We're trying to hold this 5 EMA, so if we can get back over maybe today's highs of about 425, maybe this one could reverse back up as far as Craig. And, the China names have been running. I even tried KNDI today, but I could not get the trade to work, and I lost about a dime on it or something. But KNDI, if it can ever get back over, this 845, 850 area, might want to do something too. CVO. This came up 1.3 million shares traded today, trying to turn back up. I believe this is the one that had the government contract with the federal government, and so this one looks like it's trying to turn back up. So I'll have this one on watch, but we'll see. EGLT had a nice pop on phase 3 bio news for cancer. So it popped nicely up to $1.50, pulled back. So we'll see if there's any kind of action in that one. Gap stores, they had earnings, so I'll see if there's any kind of setup in this one for tomorrow. IMMU, nice pop up here, trying to break out over $12 a share, 4.4 million shares. ITUS, also kind of turning the corner back up here. Coming up, it's been holding the 50 SMA, so maybe back over, $3. ITUS volume a little bit light though in that name. IZEA. Also trying to turn around here. It had this big pop here. It's been kind of consolidating, trying to get back over 460, 470 area here on IZEA. So keep your eye on this one for tomorrow. Once again, though, volume only 300,000 shares right now. LINU popping in the after hours and also popping into the close. It's trading 219, so we'll see if there's any kind of setup in that name. LPTX, nice pop. Over 300,000 shares, so we'll see. Not a favorite on LPTX. NBEV turning around, moving up over the 10 SMA, over 500,000 shares. So soft drink company trying to turn the corner here on NBEV. Nike raising the dividend. We spoke about this one popping, and so nice chart setup. Full disclosure, we're in this name already in the service, and this one is moving up nicely. NVAX. Small name, 5 million shares traded, kind of breaking out here a little bit. So maybe we'll see if there's a continuation move in NVAX. OKTA, full disclosure, the service at ZozoStockWatch.com is also in this. And a nice push up here on OKTA coming out of that consolidation. So nice job there. PTN turning up. Trying to get back over maybe 90 cents, 2.2 million shares. Nice candle here on PTN. Riot, we'll have to see if this one wants to get back over 850 on Riot. So one of these blockchain stocks. We got a little bit of money on this one today in a day trade, but not too much. A lot of fits and starts in this name. SKYW, we're long this one from the service, and it's moving up nicely. It's an airline name, so very nice move here on that name. SRRA. I believe this is a Canadian company out of Vancouver. Nice pop here today, over 500,000 shares. We'll see if there's some kind of continuation move in SRRA. Twitter, we're along this one in the service and moving up nicely. Needed to get out over this 2050, 2055 spot on Twitter. VIPS coming up off the bottom here, 10 million shares traded, looking for it to take out maybe $8.90 and then maybe $9 on VIPS. Vuzi kind of popping, stopping, so not a favorite here on this name intraday. So just throwing it out there because it did have some expanding volume. So keep your eye on that. And then XGTI, because of the contract, this stock was moving up. So we'll see if this wants to do anything. And Yelp may be setting up for a possible swing trade here. Looking for it to take out the highs here of 46.66. So maybe 46.70. I don't know if it'll do that tomorrow, but I'll have this one on watch. But I don't know. For Yelp, volume a little bit light, right? Only 1 million shares traded in the name today. So we'll keep that one on watch and see what it wants to do. All right, this is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com. Thank you for listening. YouTubers, tomorrow's Friday. Have a very pleasant weekend, and come reach out to the service at zozostockwatch.com. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend and a good day trading for Friday, November 17th.